Dear viewers, welcome to the Learning New 5 Sentences Every Day. This is the episode number 8. So far I have done 7 episodes. In those episodes I have taught you 35 new sentences with the 35 new vocabularies. So I hope that you have learned all of them, and today I'm going to teach you again 5 new sentences with the 5 new vocabulary. So I hope that you are quite ready. Before I start, I would like to tell you the importance of vocabulary in our daily life. So you have noticed a lot of students, they try to memorize a lot of vocabulary. So after 1 or 2 days they forget everything, and again they need to memorize them. When the examination is coming, they try to memorize a lot of vocabularies. During the examination hall, they forget everything. So this is the common scenario because we do not know the exact way how to memorize the vocabulary, or how to memorize a new sentence that you get. So this is the reason I have come up with this idea, learning new 5 sentences every day, and I think it's going to help you a lot in order to communicate with the people, in order to communicate with anybody. Suppose like when you communicate with the normal people, it's okay, you can actually use the common word, but when you go anywhere, like any places where there are so many sophisticated people, you will find them, they often use the word that is completely unknown to you. So in that particular reason, actually learning the new vocabs is always very important. So I hope that you understand the value of learning new vocabulary. So that's the reason actually I'm going to teach you the 5 new vocabulary, 5 new sentences with the 5 new vocabularies. So I hope that you are quite ready. Let's start it. Okay, the first one is, it sounds idyllic, or you can say it sounds idyllic. Well, it sounds idyllic or idyllic. I think most of you are not familiar with this word called idyllic or idyllic. British people pronounce it as idyllic, and the American people pronounce it as idyllic. So it sounds idyllic or idyllic. Well, idyllic means you can look at the board, peaceful and beautiful or perfect. It sounds idyllic. I pronounce it as idyllic because I think it's quite easy to pronounce idyllic rather than idyllic. Well, now let me give an example that how you are going to remember it. So you are going to talk with some of your friends and they are planning to go to a picnic. So at that time, you just, when somebody actually shared the plan with you, you just said it sounds idyllic. So after hearing that, everybody is going to look at you and say, oh, what is the meaning of idyllic? So when you pronounce it, that hey, it sounds idyllic, so it sounds perfect, it sounds beautiful and peaceful. So this is how you're going to remember. You know that until and unless you don't use the vocabulary that you have learned, no matter how many times you just memorize the vocabulary, you will forget, because the thing that you apply in your daily life, you always remember it. So let me give you more example. Like when you are starting class 5, 6, 7, 8, and if after reading class 9, if you are asked a question from the book of class 6 or 7, you are not going to answer it, because you just like memorize those sort of books, because in order to pass the exam, and after your exam you just forget because you never apply them. So the same system actually happens in case of learning the vocabulary. Well, when you learn the vocabulary, it is only for the exam. You never try like apply them in your daily life. So how you are going to actually remember them, or how you are not going to forget them? It is natural that you are going to forget because you never use them. So that's the reason whenever you get something new, you try to apply it in your regular conversation, and this is the only way how you are going to remember it. So I think actually you understand the meaning of idyllic or idyllic. So idyllic means peaceful and beautiful or perfect. So it sounds idyllic. So when somebody is going to do some new thing and you just said that it sounds idyllic, so it means it sounds perfect. So I think you understand the meaning of idyllic. Well, go for the next one. I feel Ravenous. I feel ravenous. Ravenous, ravenous, Ravenous. Ravenous. I feel ravenous. Ravenous means extremely hungry. You can say, I'm extremely hungry. But when you say before anybody, I feel ravenous, the person will be flabbergasted and tell you, oh my God, what is the meaning of this word? He will be more curious. But when you say that I'm feeling hungry, he will pay attention to you a little bit. But when you are going to tell him that I feel ravenous, he's going to pay attention to you more. That's the truth, man. So let me give you more example. Like I feel ravenous, I think the lunch is ready. Or like after talking with you for a long time, I feel ravenous. Or after actually walking for a long time, I feel ravenous. So this is how you're going to use this ravenous word that you have learned right now. So let's go for the next one. The next one is that most of the kids are recalcitrant. Most of the kids are recalcitrant. I think this is a complete new word to you. R-E-C-A-L. Recalcitrant. C-I-T-R-A-N-T. Recalcitrant. Recalcitrant means unwilling to obey rules or difficult to control. So, at present we have noticed that it is true that most of the kids are recalcitrant. Because you know why? Because when you just make a boundary for the kids, they never like to follow it, or they are always inquisitive that what is it? We need to see it. So that's the reason actually this word is perfect for the kids. So most of the kids are recalcitrant. So I think you understand it. Most of the kids are recalcitrant. So when you find that most of the kids doesn't follow the rules and difficult to control, at that time you can say that, hey, this kid is recalcitrant, this kid is recalcitrant. So this is how you are going to apply this word. I think this is the only way you can remember it for it. I can give you guarantee that until you die, you will never forget this word when you are going to apply it on some kids. So best of luck for you. Try to use it when you get a kid who doesn't follow the rules and who is difficult to control. So you can say that this kid is recalcitrant. Okay, so I think I have made you understand. So go for the next one. The next one is, I am very discreet when I give a speech. Look at the sentence. I'm very discreet. So if it is new to you, let me spell it for you. D-I-S-C-R-E-E-T. Discreet. Discreet. So I am very discreet when I give a speech. So since the meaning of this word are very long, so I just actually write the synonym of this word. Tactful. I am very tactful when I give a speech. I am very discreet when I give a speech. So like suppose when I'm going to talk with somebody, I'm very discreet. It means I'm very careful what I'm going to say. It means actually I'm going to talk such a way that hearing my speech, nobody is going to be like ashamed, or nobody is going to feel embarrassed. So this is how actually I'm going to talk. So so this is how you're going to use this sentence, that hey, I am very discreet when I give a speech, or I'm very careful when I give a speech. So like discreet, this is the new word. So if you get this word anywhere, you can actually clearly you can clearly get that word, and you can actually make the people understand, oh, I have actually got this word and somewhere. So I think remembering this word is very important, and you can use in your practical life. So I think I have made you understand this word. So go for the last one. Last one is quite easy. I think every one of you use it on your on our daily life. Like, don't be nosy about everything. Don't be nosy about everything. Nosy means too interested in things that don't concern you. Too interested in things that don't concern you. Don't be nosy about everything. I think we have the propensity to be nosy about everything. Like when you see the people, they are doing something, or like even if it is not important, we are very nosy. So we should avoid this practice. I think it is called malpractice. You shouldn't be nosy about everything in your life. So far I hope that I have taught you those 5 sentences with the 5 new vocabularies, and I think you have learned it. So if you like it, please share it with the other people so that they can be benefited. And if you like it, then I think that you will subscribe it, because I hope that this is the only way to teach you about various matters and about various sentences and the new vocabularies. So I hope that it is really helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you are going to be very well. Thank you so much.